Good afternoon. I am Cadet Sarita Heche from 6th. We at Sainik School have the privilege to attend special talks by eminent personalities from different walks of life. In keeping with this tradition, today we are honored to have amidst us Captain Kumar, Shaurya Chakra Awardee addressing us. I request Cadet Vaidik Gupta to step in and take it forward from here. Over to Cadet Vaidik.
Good afternoon. I am Cadet Vaidik Gupta of Grade 7. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our special guest for the day, Captain Kumar, Shaurya Chakra Award, who is also going to address the gathering and share some of his experiences. As Senior Air Wing NCC Cadet, Sir represented Andhra Pradesh in 1982 for Republic Day, parade at Delhi, and was selected for God of Honor for PM, Vice President, and for the March Past on Rajpath on 26 January. Sir joined Indian Navy in 1983 and was commissioned on 1st July 1985. Sir qualified as Deep Sea Clearance Diver 1988 and Marine Commando Special Forces in 1992. And prior to that, qualified Belgaum Commando Course in 1990. Captain Sai Kumar was the team leader for the salvage of Buddha statue at Hussain Sagar Lake in 1990. Sir was deployed in Kashmir for counter-insurgency operations and killed 3 LET militants in June 2002. Sir was awarded Shaurya Chakra by President of India, Shri APJ Abdul Kalam for gallantry. It is to be mentioned that Sir was twice commended by the Chief of Naval Staff for outstanding operations at sea, and has also been the team leader for numerous diving and special operations for more than 20 years. Captain Sai Kumar has held various appointments on Indian Navy ships, diving and special force units. Sir has travelled more than abroad 15 countries. Please join me in welcoming home Captain Sai Kumar. We also have Srimati Uma Sai Kumar amidst us, who is an educationist. Nice to have you with us, ma'am. On behalf of SEYM family, I extend a cordial welcome to you. Also, I would like to welcome our non-teaching and teaching staff. Over to Captain Sai Kumar.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, that's the way. Because you're all from Sainik School. Sainik School, School of Vivekananda School of Excellence. So I expect you to be much more Joshila. Hai? Okay. Thank you, School of Vivekananda School of Excellence, for inviting me here to talk the budding Sainik School children of a very tender age, 6th and 7th class, I understand. But I see them with full of energy, full of josh. From that good afternoon, I can make out, yes, you all respond quickly. You will understand things very quickly. Okay, everybody Vishram, aram se. Okay, breathe easy. Okay. So, very happy to be here. I have come all the way from Hyderabad. You all must be knowing a little introduction about me has already been given. I will be speaking to you all in Hindi and English. है ना? कई लोग हैं इधर जिसको थोड़ा सा इंग्लिश में शायद तकलीफ़ होती, थोड़ा वर्ड्स मैं यूज़ करता हूँ, उसको समझ नहीं आएगा, तो इसलिए मैं उसको हिंदी में भी बोलूँगा, है ना? It's okay? Hindi also you must be able to, if you don't understand something, please don't mind. Keep all your questions. You must ask a lot of questions. As children of Sainik School, as budding, you must ask a lot of questions, which I will be answering to you all at the end of the session, after my presentation. So I have served in the Indian Navy. A little more about myself. I have served in the Indian Navy for about 35 years and retired in 2019. Now I am settled in Hyderabad. I have been invited for a talk. I understand you all are Sainik School guys and heading in future to be in the armed forces. Most of you all will be joining the armed forces, I am guarantee. And even if not for the armed forces, even if you go into the civil field, all these training, education and guidance will help you to be above the people who are being normally trained. Okay, that's the importance of being in a Sainik school. They develop you mentally and physically. Everything is a challenge. Mentally and physically, you have to be sound to take on challenges in life. You will face a lot of challenges. Challenges यानी पहाड़, तकलीफें. जिंदगी में काफ़ी लोगों को तकलीफें पड़ती है, सबको पड़ती है. बच्चों, जैसे आप बड़े बड़े होते जाएंगे, आपको तकलीफें सामने आते रहेंगे. और इस सैनिक स्कूल में आपको दिमाग से और बदन से दोनों हिसाब से आपको फिट कर देते हैं. आपको उस तकलीफों को पार करने के लिए आपको तैयार किया जाता है. So let's take on challenges in life and then be a hero. Only if you take on challenges in the right way and face your challenges boldly all through your life, at the end of it you will be a hero for yourself. You will realize yourself that yes, today I am a hero. And I wish one of these days, once you grow up sometime, achieve, you will also be standing in front of the children like this and addressing. That's what I also hope. So with these few words to start, I will start my presentation. This presentation is basically to make you a little aware about the defense forces, about your training which is required, and about all the characters and the things required for you to build up, to grow, to do the skills within you to take on the challenges of getting into a defense force. Okay? Shall I start the presentation? Okay? Ma'am, can I request them to take off the caps so that I can see you all better? Remove your caps, please. Okay. I can see you all better now. Okay? So we'll start the presentation. स्लो है. पेन ड्राइव लगा दो. Okay, it appears. Can you all see, children? दिख रहा है सबको? Okay. Okay, defense forces. Can you all see? Can we switch off one of the lights? ये इसको बंद कर दे. नहीं. Can you all see? Okay. So, firstly, defense forces. You know what is defense forces? Basically, defense forces means of our country. That means we are designed to fight the enemy externally. You know, we all have enemies outside the country. Say Pakistan, China, or any other country other than that. Pakistan and China are more our first adversaries. Adversaries यानी enemy, दुश्मन. कुछ ना कुछ हमारे ऊपर हमला करने की कोशिश करते हैं। ये पाकिस्तान और चाइना, ये इनको प्राइमरी दुश्मन है हमारे। सो वी हैव टू हैव डिफेंस फोर्सेस प्रिपेयर्ड टू टेक ऑन these attacks on us, to defend ourselves. Firstly, we should defend ourselves, and then we should also train ourselves to be offensive. Offensive are to attack them if required. Primarily, we will defend ourselves, but if required, if it is necessary, we will even attack them. So that is the primary objective of defense forces. We have to defend our country from all directions, that is from land, air and sea. We have 3 different services. One is the Indian Army, the Indian Navy and the Indian Air Force. Indian Army is primarily designed to fight on land. Indian Air Force is from air and Navy is from sea. Okay, Indian Army. Indian Army mainly consists of foot soldiers. Foot soldiers यानी जो आदमी ज़मीन पे पैदल जाके बंदूक से दुश्मन से लड़ाई करता है। और टैंक्स, बेसिकली फुट सोल्जर्स एंड टैंक्स, इनको फुट सोल्जर्स, जवान्स को जो बोलते हैं फुट सोल्जर्स एंड टैंक्स तो पता है ना आपको, टैंक देखा है ना आपने। सो दिस आर द बेसिक फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस और ऑफेंस वी हैव। एंड उसमें देन वी हैव मिसाइल्स, गन्स एंड टैंक्स तो आपको मालूम है। मिसाइल्स यानी जो लॉन्ग रेंज, जो दूर जाके मारेगा दुश्मन को, यहाँ से बटन दबाएगा तो इट विल गो एंड लॉन्च अबाउट 100 किलोमीटर्स, 200 किलोमीटर्स, 300 किलोमीटर्स, मोर रेंज बियॉन्ड व्हाट यू कैन सी। Foot soldiers and tanks fight only where you can see, but whereas missiles go and hit the enemy beyond what we cannot see. Radar ke through they go and hit targets beyond where we cannot see. That is called the role of missiles. And then we have special forces. You heard of special forces? Yes, sir. Oh, very good. Special forces is commandos. वीडियो गेम खेला है ना आपने? सभी वीडियो गेम खेलते हैं और उसमें कमांडो होता है ना। हाँ, वो कमांडो सचमुच का रियल कमांडो जो होता है, ये आर्मी में, नेवी में, एयरफोर्स में भी है आजकल। सो ये कमांडो है, ये चुपके से जाते रात के अंधेरे में, है ना, रात के अंधेरे में चुपके से जाके दुश्मन के जो भी रडार है या कम्युनिकेशन है, दुश्मन को जो टेररिस्ट है उनको मार दे। ये कमांडो का रोल है, चुपचाप से जाते रात के जाके उधर मार के वापस आ जाते। ये स्पेशल फोर्सेस बोलते हैं इनको बोलते हैं स्पेशल फोर्सेस। और उसके बाद ड्रोन्स, आपने ड्रोन का नाम सुना है? ड्रोन्स, वेरी गुड, वेरी स्मार्ट। ड्रोन होता है छोटा छोटा, है ना, अभी कैमरा पे करता है ना शादी में, उसको भी ड्रोन बोलता है। दैट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड ड्रोन। With technology emerging every day, the scenario of war is also changing. War का तौर तरीका भी बदलते रह रहा है। ये आजकल ड्रोन इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं सभी जगह। ड्रोन के थ्रू बॉम्ब कैरी करते हैं, कैमरास में उनका एनिमी का सब पोजीशन का लोकेशन मालूम होता है। ओके, एंड ड्रोन्स आर प्लेइंग अ वेरी वेरी की रोल इन प्रेजेंट डे वॉरफेयर, because without even launching a man you can carry out an attack. आपको दुश्मन के ऊपर अटैक विदाउट सिटिंग हियर, लॉन्च अ ड्रोन, वो जाके उधर जाके बॉम्ब फेंक के आ जाएगा, या उधर जाके दुश्मन के हड्डा को वो गिरा के तोड़ फोड़ करके वापस आ जाएगा। वो होता है ड्रोन। कहीं हमारे सिविल एरिया में भी, सिविल में भी यूज़ करते हैं। कैमरास, शादी में देखा होगा ना ड्रोन, देखा ना? हाँ, वही, उसमें भी यूज़ होता है और वॉर में भी यूज़ होता है। डिफेंस फोर्सेस में भी ड्रोन यूज़ करता है। वो अनआर्म्ड व्हीकल भी होता है। आजकल जो है प्लेन, छोटा सा प्लेन, उसमें कोई आदमी नहीं रहता, नो बडी, नो पीपल, उसमें बॉम्ब लगा के उसको लॉन्च कर देता है. Even that can be used these days. Even this, so drones, UAVs, all these are coming up the latest modern warfare. That is latest. It's progressing every day, every time, every year, every few years. The scenario of technical warfare is changing very fast. Abhi आगे artificial intelligence, even that is going to be coming into picture. Of course, you are very too young to understand these things, but as of now, I think you must understand drones and unarmed aerial vehicles, UAV बोलते हैं उसको, वो भी इस्तेमाल होता है आजकल वॉर में. टैंक भी हो गया, गन्स भी हो गया, मिसाइल भी हो गया, अभी आ रहा है आगे drones or UAV. Okay, this is basically army is concerned with this. Now we move to Air Force. Air Force का रोल है to fight the war from the air, हवा से. ओके, हवा से प्लेन्स, आपने फाइटर प्लेन्स तो देखा होगा. फाइटर प्लेन्स देखा है? ओके, वेरी गुड. फाइटर एयरक्राफ्ट्स, ट्रांसपोर्ट एयरक्राफ्ट देखा है? ओके, फाइटर एयरक्राफ्ट, हेलीकॉप्टर देखा है? ओके, सो यू ऑल नो द एयर फोर्स कंसिस्ट ऑफ फाइटर एयरक्राफ्ट्स, हेलीकॉप्टर्स एंड ट्रांसपोर्ट एयरक्राफ्ट्स. फाइटर एयरक्राफ्ट्स का रोल तो आपको मालूम है. बेसिकली दे गो वेरी फास्ट, अटैक, कैरी आउट अटैक इन द एनिमी टेरेन एंड कम बैक वेरी फास्ट. और हेलीकॉप्टर भी ऐसा है कि वो भी आजकल वही रोल कर रहा है, बट थोड़ा स्लो स्पीड पे करता है और कहीं भी चले जाता है हेलीकॉप्टर. यू कैन लैंड एनीवेयर, इट कैन लैंड द ट्रूप्स. अभी ट्रूप्स को आगे भेजने के लिए हेलीकॉप्टर से लैंड करते हैं. So troops can be landed at any place in the helicopter, whereas fighter aircrafts can't do it. And the same with transport aircrafts. Transport aircrafts also go to far off places. The heavy aircrafts are there, light aircrafts are there. Now heavy aircrafts are used to carry cargo. बहुत सारा सामान. अभी लेह लद्दाख में, you heard of लेह लद्दाख? वो कश्मीर के उधर. सो लेह लद्दाख में अगर जाना है, बहुत सामान ले जाना है, तो गाड़ियों में बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है, क्योंकि बहुत ऊंचा जगह है, वेरी वेरी हाई एल्टीट्यूड. सो दे यूज ट्रांसपोर्ट एयरक्राफ्ट्स. ट्रांसपोर्ट एयरक्राफ्ट्स आल्सो यूज फॉर रिकनेसेंस, समथिंग कॉल्ड रिकनेसेंस. रिकनेसेंस यानी देखना. ओके, एनिमी की तरफ देखने का है, उनका पोजीशन क्या है, उनके तरफ देखना है. दैट्स कॉल्ड रिकनेसेंस. फॉर रिकनेसेंस आल्सो दे यूज एयरक्राफ्ट्स. दे आर ट्रांसपोर्ट एयरक्राफ्ट्स. वो थोड़ा छोटा होता है, बट बड़े बड़े होते हैं, और दे आर इन द एयर फॉर लॉन्ग टाइम, एंड दे हेल्प इन गाइडिंग, गिव द फीडबैक, द पोजिशन, एनिमी पोजिशंस, एनिमी टेरेन, एवरीथिंग. एनिमी का पोजिशन का कैमरा का फीड इधर आता है, और उधर से ये लोग देख के मिसाइल लॉन्च करता है, या आदमी को लॉन्च करता है, टैंक लॉन्च करता है, वैसे. Okay, they help to support the main armed forces. Understood? So that is the role of reconnaissance aircrafts, transport aircrafts, and helicopters. Of course, you know, they are these days they are very fast attack aircrafts have come. Helicopters, they are used by the Commandos to launch people very quickly, carry out फटाफट मारो और quickly वापस आ जाओ. Understood? आपने ओसामा बिन लादेन के नाम सुना होगा ना? सुना है? यस. ओके, उसको अमेरिका ने कैसे मारा है? वो टेररिस्ट है. वो टेररिस्ट जानते हैं ना? यू ऑल नो वो टेररिस्ट इज, वो जनरली कैरीज अटैक्स ऑन सिविलियंस एंड लोकल्स. तो ओसामा बिन लादेन को अमेरिका ने हेलीकॉप्टर यूज करके, उनके ट्रूप्स को लॉन्च करके, उसको घर में जाके उसको खत्म किया उसको. So that is, helicopters have played a very huge role in quietly going, carrying out operation and coming back in the night. The commandos were used in that operation. Osama bin Laden ko maarne ke liye. Okay, that's the role of helicopters a little bit, and reconnaissance aircrafts, fighter aircrafts, so you know. Okay, Top Gun picture dekha kisi ne? English? Anyway, okay, some of the children would have seen it. और कभी देखना, वो अमेरिका का पिक्चर है, इंग्लिश पिक्चर, where the role of fighter aircrafts is shown very clearly. Even Indian movies are there. अभी नया movie आ रहा है. So probably sometimes when you have time, probably you can see that movie where the Air Force is shown very clearly. What is the role of the fighter aircrafts? Okay. Now, the Indian Air Force also have got missiles, which is of course, I've already told you about it. मिसाइल यानी यहीं से बैठ के दूर से रडार में देख के टारगेट को मारेंगे, यहीं से बटन दबाएंगे और मिसाइल जाके 200, 300, 400, आजकल 1000 किलोमीटर भी, 1000, 2000, 3000. Some missiles called Agni, Astra, they all have got huge long ranges. We can attack China even from here. From India itself we can attack China. They are long ICBMs बोलते हैं उसको, ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, you all will understand this. Probably you remember sometime later in life that missiles have got so many types of missiles, and the longest range of missile is called ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. They all linked with satellites. They all get terrain navigation, terrestrial navigation. You know, ऊपर से जाके फिर नीचे आएंगे वो 100, 200, 300 किलोमीटर ऊपर जाके फिर नीचे आते हैं, जैसे एयरक्राफ्ट की तरह. Okay, वो तो missile systems उनका होता है. They are all called ICBMs, missiles. Okay, they also, Air Force also got. Now then we come to special forces. Even Air Force has got special forces. यानी वो भी silently अपने operation करते हैं. अगर basically they used to extract their pilots. अगर कोई pilot पाकिस्तान में चले गया या चाइना में चले गया, उसका एयरक्राफ्ट में कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गया, वो गिर गया उसमें, कहाँ पे, चाइना में या उसमें, तो हमारे कमांडोज चुपके से जाके उसको लेके आते हैं. फॉर दोस रोल्स ऑल्सो दे हैव गॉट गरुड्स. एयर फोर्स हैव गॉट देयर स्पेशल फोर्सेस कॉल्ड गरुड्स. ओके, इंडियन नेवी, इट्स वेरी लाइट. आई एम सॉरी, ये थोड़ा, can we brighten it? This is the role of Indian Navy. I am sorry, this पीछे इसमें background में वो light है, so I think you can't see it. Can you see it? ये दिख रहा है? Indian Navy. वो मेरा ही फौज है, मेरा इसलिए. Okay, Indian Navy, this is called Indian Navy. And we have got here ships and submarines. Because there's a background में थोड़ा light ज़्यादा है, इसलिए शायद नहीं दिख रहा है. In my laptop I can see very clearly. It's got its main asset is ships and submarines. ये लिखा है इधर, ships and submarines. Okay, ships को आप तो जानते हैं. You know ना ships? कहाँ पे होता है? पानी में होता है, लैंड में होता है? वेरी गुड. ओके, बेसिकली वी हैव अ वेरी लॉन्ग कोस्ट लाइन. कोस्ट लाइन जानते हो ना? कोस्ट लाइन यानी समुद्र तट. कोस्ट लाइन, समुद्र तट. यू वुड हैव सीन, मोस्ट ऑफ यू वुड हैव सीन सी. समुद्र देखा है आपने? ओके ओके, गुड. ओके, तो आपको सबको मालूम है समुद्र क्या होता है. इंडिया के 3 तरफ यानी ईस्ट, वेस्ट और साउथ में, इंडिया इज अ पेनिनसुला. यू ऑल नो इंडिया इज अ पेनिनसुला. ओके, उसके तीनों तरफ समुंदर है ना? वेस्ट में अरेबियन सी है, साउथ में इंडियन ओशन है और ईस्ट में, वेरी गुड. सो वी हैव अ वेरी लॉन्ग coastline. Coastline यानी the line between the sea and the land, उसको coastline बोलते हैं. We have to defend that coastline. There are a lot of enemies who can come by sea. जैसे हम पे एक बार अटैक हुआ था मुंबई में 2000 है ना, 2011 में एक अटैक हुआ था जहां पे टेररिस्ट समुंदर से आए थे बॉम्बे में. आपको याद नहीं होगा, आपको कुछ, वेरी स्मॉल चिल्ड्रन, सो दे ऑल केम बाय सी. टेररिस्ट केम बाय सी एंड अटैक, कैरियर्ड आउट अटैक इन मुंबई. So that is just one part, but there are major warships also who can carry out attacks from sea. In the year 1971, India fought a war with Pakistan. Okay, and there lot of ships were used to attack Pakistan, Indian ships. And the same way, even Pakistan used ships to attack our ships. So this war at sea also goes on when there's a war. When there's a war, it will be war on land, it will be war in the air, and war at sea also. Okay, so we should be prepared in all three dimensions, because we have got land, enemies on land, through sea also enemy can come, through air also enemy can come. So that's why we have the three forces, and the Navy does the role of protecting our country from enemies who dare to attack us from sea. Okay? It is not only attack, we also carry out attacks from sea onto other countries. If any country you want to attack, or if any country you want to control them or control things at sea, we need to have ships and submarines. So ships play a major role because ships sail on the surface of water. They sail long distances. We have vast coastline, and we have a very, very vast sea area around our country. And around our country, and there are a lot of ships who take cargo. हमारे कंट्री से बाहर का कंट्री जाता है कार्गो, और बाहर की कंट्री से हमारे कंट्री आता है कार्गो, और उस शिप्स को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए भी हमको ships, हमारे इंडियन शिप्स चाहिए. वो कार्गो शिप्स don't carry any weapons. They can't protect themselves. Only Indian ships, Indian Navy warships, only Indian Navy warships have the guns to protect our ships, or to safeguard our area around the coast. There is a lot of shipping goes on between the east and the west. That is, east यानी China, Taiwan, Indonesia, all these countries, which is the east of our country, they all have a lot of shipping and lot of cargo being transported to Europe, यानी west, यानी Middle East and the west. So all the ships use the route which is going through the Indian Ocean. So this Indian Ocean is dominated by Indian ships. So हमारे ships जो है Indian Ocean को safe रखता है from piracy, from anybody carrying out any illegal activities. उसके लिए सबके लिए Indian ships are there. और submarines के बारे में सुना होगा आपने? सबमरीन क्या होता है? पानी के अंदर. सबमरीन जो है अंडर वाटर. सबमरीन जो है अंडर वाटर जाएगा. I'll show you a picture of submarine. Okay, very interesting. I have sailed in a lot of submarines. I have sailed on ships. I have sailed on submarines also, and they go quite deep into the water. समुंदर में बहुत डीप जाती है और पानी के अंदर ही जाते रहते. कभी कभी 20 दिन, 1 महीना, 2 महीना, 2 months underwater. Can you imagine a submarine being underwater for more than 2 months with people inside, 30, 40 people inside, no sunlight, no day, no night. They keep sailing on petrol. They will keep patrolling our borders, our country borders. So that is the role of submarines. And if there's an enemy ship, they have the missiles too and the torpedoes. जो अंडर वाटर फायर करता है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? टॉर्पेडो बोलते हैं. They have torpedoes and missiles to carry out attack on enemy submarines and enemy ships on surface also. Some of these submarines are capable of launching even missiles. यानी यहाँ से वो मिसाइल जाएगा ऊपर, ऐसे जाके enemy के उधर गिरेगा. Understood? So, and सबमरीन को कोई देख नहीं सकते. ऊपर से सबमरीन को दिखाई नहीं देता है क्योंकि वो पानी के अंदर डीप अंदर रहता है, पानी के अंदर रहता है. उसको हम कहीं भी लेके जा सकते हैं समुंदर में, और ऊपर में किसी को नहीं दिखता है. और समुंदर के नीचे से ऊपर कैसे देखते हैं? किसी को आइडिया है? पेरिस्कोप, ये वेरी गुड, उसको बोलते हैं पेरिस्कोप। देखा है ना हमारे गार्डन में, देखा है ना किसी ने? मैं देखा है। तो वो ऐसा 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 है ना, लाइक अ जेड इट इज। सो व्हेन यू आर इनसाइड द सबमरीन, यू सी what is on surface through the periscope. It's called the periscope. So that is a submarine. Very interesting life in a submarine. बहुत छोटा है सबमरीन होता है, यू नो, यानी मेरे हेड का होता है, और आपको कहीं भी जाना है तो झुक के जाना पड़ता है ना। तुम यहाँ तो ऐसे सीधा चलते हो ना, अगर तुम सबमरीन में जाएगा कल के दिन तो ऐसा झुक के जाना पड़ता है सब जगह, नहीं तो लगेगा। ओके, इतना सा होल होता है और उसके नीचे जाना पड़ता है। तो दैट इज द रूल ऑफ सबमरीन। शिप में भी जाना पड़ता है नीचे नीचे नीचे, लेकिन शिप में फिर भी चल सकता है, लेकिन सबमरीन में चल नहीं सकता है। सबमरीन में दिन रात नहीं होता है, सिर्फ लाइट आता है। सवेरे 6 बजे लाइट आ जाता है, ऑन करता है कोई और लाइट आता, बोला ओए सनसेट, सनराइज, और शाम में 8 बजे 9 बजे ऑफ कर देता है, sunset. That is the life on ship, on a submarine. It's a little tough. Okay, वो नेवी में, so navy uses ships and submarines to protect our interests from sea. sea में से कोई भी दुश्मन आ रहा है तो हमारे शिप और सबमरीन तैयार रहता है लड़ने के लिए। ओके, इसके बाद कैन आई सी समथिंग? ओहो, missiles. Missiles, I've already told you about it. Even Navy has got missiles. Missiles which get launched from the ship and submarine. Missiles can be launched from ship, submarine, aircrafts, and even from shore. Shore से भी मिसाइल लॉन्च करते हैं। मोबाइल मिसाइल टैंक्स, मोबाइल मिसाइल यानी यहाँ आज रहेगा कल उधर जाएगा, here, there, everywhere they can take the missile and launch it from there. Okay, ships also can take the missiles and launch missiles on other ships, other aircrafts and shore targets. यानी शोर में कोई भी टारगेट है, शोर में कोई रडार है या कम्युनिकेशन सेंटर है या आर्मी का कोई डिपो है, कोई फ्यूल टैंक्स है, फ्यूल बम्स है, उनको मिसाइल से दूर से ही मारेगा, तो उनको पता ही नहीं चलेगा कहाँ से मारा। तो वो होता है मिसाइल्स, दैट्स द रोल ऑफ मिसाइल्स। एंड नाउ वी कम टू स्पेशल फोर्सेस ऑफ द नेवी। स्पेशल फोर्स ऑफ द नेवी इज कॉल्ड द मरीन कमांडोज। मरीन कमांडोज, मरीन यानी समुंदर, मरीन यानी सी, समुंदर। सो I am a part of Marine Commando. मैंने Marine Commando कोर्स किया है, so I am a part of Marine Commando, so I have more to tell you about Marine Commandos. Marine Commandos are very, very special forces, and they can operate from air, land, and sea. 3-dimensional. We can operate from air also, we can operate from land also, sea also. Air first, we can do para jumps. We can do para jumps and land into enemy terrain. We can carry our weapons or ration, you know. We can take everything and get airdropped. That is, a transport aircraft will take us. We'll jump off from the aircraft. Okay, go land with the parachutes in the enemy terrain. पाकिस्तान या जहाँ भी हो वहाँ लैंड करेंगे हम, और हमारा जो भी मकसद है or aim or destroy whatever required is done, and then we come back to the enemy own land, or the helicopter will come and pick us up and take us back. We can do para jumps in the night also, है ना। रात में जो है ना, we don't see anything but we just jump off from the aircraft. We come down, as we see the land, we open our parachutes, keep it all safe, carry out our action wherever it is, and then come back, and either we come back by land or helicopter will come and pick us and take us back to the own terrain. Okay, that is when we are operating from land. When we are operating from sea, we get launched from boats, small inflatable boats. Like if you have to carry out attacks on pirates. You heard of pirates? Pirates का मतलब होता है, pirates का एम होता है समुंदर में किसी जहाज को पकड़ो, गन से हाईजैक करते हैं ना, वैसे शिप को वो हाईजैक करते हैं, शिप को वो घेर लेते हैं और शिप से वो लोग अपना पैसा मांगते हैं. वो पायरेट्स का रोल, पायरेट्स बोलते हैं. यू हर्ड ऑफ पायरेट्स ऑफ कैरिबियंस? यू हर्ड ना? पायरेट्स के बारे में तो सुना होगा आपने. ये पायरेट्स जो है समुद्र में रहते हैं, वो कहीं के भी नहीं, कहीं से भी आते हैं और कहीं भी शिप में चढ़ जाते हैं. और शिप मर्चेंट शिप में कुछ वेपन एम्युनिशन नहीं रहता है, तो कोई लड़ने वाला नहीं रहता है, तो उनके ऊपर ये लोग हमला करके उनसे पैसा मांगते हैं. वो शिप को हाईजैक कर देते हैं और उनको उनसे पैसा मांगते हैं. इनका रोल होता है, पायरेट का रोल होता है. तो ये पायरेट्स को अटैक करने के लिए मरीन कमांडो जाते हैं, इनको दूर भगाने के लिए, इनको दूर रखने के लिए या इनसे लड़ने के लिए. वो समुंदर में ये मरीन कमांडो करते हैं. और जो भी है, इवन रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशंस, कभी कभी रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशंस भी होता है, सैल्वेज ऑपरेशंस होता है, उसके लिए सबके लिए मरीन कमांडो समुंदर में छोटे छोटे बोट में जाके ऑपरेशन करते हैं, कैरी आउट अपना ऑपरेशन शूटिंग वूटिंग करके वापस आते हैं. दैट इज द रोल ऑफ मरीन कमांडोज एट सी. वी कैन इवन गो अंडर वाटर, वी कैन इवन गो अंडर वाटर हॉरिजॉन्टली. ये हॉरिजॉन्टल होता है ना, ये समुंदर में पानी के अंदर जैसे सबमरीन जाता है ऐसा, वैसे मरीन कमांडो पानी के अंदर ऐसा जाता है, सेट पहन के, ऑक्सीजन सेट पहनता है इधर, और सेट पहन के ऐसा अंडर वाटर जा सकता है. कितना किलोमीटर जाता है? 2, 3, 4 किलोमीटर जा सकता है पानी के अंदर. I'll come to you. I'll answer all your questions. Just hold on. I know you have a lot of doubts, smart boy. But keep your questions. मैं सब answer करता हूँ सबका. So marine commandos can go even underwater to enemy harbor, enemy ports, place bombs. bomb होता है ना, शिप के नीचे लगा देते हैं. शिप के नीचे लगा के फिर स्विमिंग करके वापस आ जाते हैं. वे अगेन स्विम एंड रिटर्न बैक. तो ये मरीन कमांडोज कर सकते हैं, कोई और नहीं कर सकता है ये काम. ओनली मरीन कमांडोज कैन डू दिस जॉब ऑफ प्लेसिंग बॉम्ब्स अंडर अ शिप इन एनिमी हार्बर और एनी टारगेट इन एनिमी हार्बर, या वहाँ जाके वहाँ से भी अटैक करके फिर समुद्र से फिर स्विमिंग करके फिर वापस आ जा सकते हैं हम. Okay, and on the land, like we fight like any other soldier. Like on land, if there's we get launched on the land and we carry out attack like any other special force commando and come back. So we are, as a marine commando, I can say we are able to carry out 3-dimensional attack, rather 4-dimensional attack. Air, top of the sea, under the sea, and even on land. That is why he is a super commando. Super speciality. It's a super speciality. It's not an easy course to do, and I've done it. तो उसके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा ट्रेनिंग लगता है, बहुत ज़्यादा ट्रेनिंग, बहुत मुश्किल ट्रेनिंग लगता है, बहुत कम लोग उसमें क्वालिफाई होते हैं. ओके, सो वी मूव नेक्स्ट. ये सबमरीन है. कैन यू सी द सबमरीन? थोड़ा सा पीछे लाइट ज़्यादा है. कैन यू सी द सबमरीन? I know you can see it very less, but I can tell you, this is a submarine. ये सामने पोर्शन है, सबमरीन का सामने पोर्शन है, नेशनल पेज. लोग उसके ऊपर से अंदर जाते हैं सबमरीन. Okay, people enter the submarine from here. Okay, and the periscope also is here. Periscope, and these are called the planes. देखा है ना, इसमें एयरक्राफ्ट के जैसे प्लेन्स होता है, ये भी प्लेन्स होता है. ये देखो ये. एंड सबमरीन यूजेस द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ बलास्ट. बलास्ट का मतलब जानते हो? 7th क्लास लोग शायद जानते हो. बलास्ट का मतलब यू रिप्लेस एयर विथ वाटर. दिस सबमरीन हैज गॉट टैंक्स नीचे, खाली टैंक, खाली टैंक, यानी हवा होता है उसके अंदर, एम्प्टी टैंक्स. If the submarine wants to dive, यानी सबमरीन नीचे जाना चाहता है, तो क्या करते हैं? उस टैंक में हवा के बदले में पानी भर देते हैं, पानी भर दे तो सबमरीन भारी हो जाता है, सबमरीन विल बिकम हेवी एंड इट विल सिंक, इट विल गो डाउन. एंड इफ यू वांट टू गो अहेड, इज अ प्रोपल्शन सिस्टम, इंजन होता है, यहाँ प्रोपेलर होता है, प्रोपेलर, यू नो प्रोपेलर, ऐसा ऐसा घूमता है, वो प्रोपेलर होता है, प्रोपेलर उसको आगे बढ़ाता है. ये और ये जो है उसका डायरेक्शन कंट्रोल करता है, ऊपर नीचे. अगर ऊपर आना चाहता है तो इसको नीचे करते हैं, ये तो सबमरीन ऊपर आएगा, और नीचे जाना चाहता है तो ये ऐसा होता है, नीचे आता है. एंड प्लस दे हैव द बलास्ट टैंक्स. अगर सबमरीन हैज टू सरफेस, ऊपर पानी के ऊपर आना चाहता है तो क्या करते हैं, वो बलास्ट टैंक को फिर से हवा से भर देते, वो पानी को निकाल के हवा से भर देते, तब सबमरीन लाइट हो जाता है और ऊपर आ जाता है. Okay, submarine operates on the principle of ballast tanks. So that is what a submarine is. So this is used again by the Navy to carry out offensive and defensive. किसी को भी नहीं दिखता है सबमरीन, पानी के अंदर रहता है, बहुत अंदर रहता है, और पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन गैदर करता है. अगर पानी के ऊपर इधर, अगर पानी के इधर ऊपर आएगा पेरिस्कोप से, दे विल सी ऑल राउंड एंड they will see if there's any ship, if there what missile, aircraft, anything is there, they will report. Okay, they will come to know. Ship will not come to know, or the submarine or the aircraft will not come to know on the surface that there's a submarine is watching you. Okay, that is why submarine is very secret weapon. Submarine is a secret weapon. Okay, okay, next. Okay, officers training. You all will aim to be an officer in the defense forces. Basically that is the idea of training you all and grooming you all, you know, making you all competent is to become an officer in the defense forces. Okay, to become an officer in the Navy, Army or Air Force. That is the primary aim of sainik schools. And इनके training होता है इधर, ये एनडीए, नेशनल डिफेंस एकेडमी, एनडीए में ट्रेनिंग होता है इनका. एनडीए में सुना होगा ना, यू ऑल विल गो टू एनडीए इफ यू ऑल डू वेल, इफ यू ऑल क्वालिफाई एसएसबी, यू ऑल फर्स्ट थिंग विल बी टू गो टू नेशनल डिफेंस एकेडमी. दैट्स एन एकेडमी वेयर ऑल द आर्मी, नेवी एंड एयरफोर्स ऑफिसर्स गेट दैट बेसिक ट्रेनिंग एज ए कैडेट. अभी भी तुम कैडेट हो, तुम आगे जाके भी एनडीए में ज्वाइन होंगे तो फिर भी कैडेट रहेंगे, और उसके 3 साल के बाद या 4 साल के बाद फिर तुम आईएमए में जाएंगे. इफ यू आर जॉइनिंग द आर्मी, यू विल गो टू इंडियन मिलिट्री एकेडमी. इंडियन मिलिट्री एकेडमी. इफ यू डिसाइड टू चूज टू गो टू द आर्मी, यू विल गो टू इंडियन मिलिट्री एकेडमी और ऑफिसर ट्रेनिंग एकेडमी. ये तो शॉर्ट सर्विस है मोस्टली. अगर एनडीए में जाता है तो वो मोस्टली इधर जाता है, इंडियन नेशनल आईएमए में जाता है. Then you go to Air Force. Agar if you want to go to the Air Force, if you want to join the Air Force, then you will go to Air Force Academy. Okay. Then you will get a chance to fly aircrafts. You will have a 1-year course, 6 months course in Air Force Academy. After you clear your NDA के बाद you go to either Indian Military Academy, that is if you are going to join the Army, or you go to Air Force Academy in Hyderabad if you want to join the Air Force, or you will go to Indian Naval Academy. ये last में जो है Indian Naval Academy, if you decided to go to join the Indian Navy. Okay, so you have a choice. If you will go up, once you grow up, once you get to know much more, you will decide what to do, whether to join the Army, Navy or Air Force. Okay, so accordingly your training will be carried out over here. Okay, there is, apart from the defense forces, we have got something called the paramilitary forces. Paramilitary forces यानी they are not, defense forces are only to protect our country from external threats. बाहर से जब कोई दुश्मन हमारे ऊपर हमला कर रहा है, या बाहर से हमारे ऊपर कुछ उनके कुछ आइडिया है आपको, हमारे ऊपर आपको हार्म पहुंचने का, तो we will, Army, Navy and the Air Force will ward off the attack or carry out an attack on them and to clear them. Whereas internal, अगर अंदर देश के अंदर कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, देश के अंदर शांति बना के रखना है, if you want to keep peace and in the country, we have called something called the paramilitary forces. The paramilitary forces. They are all border security forces. First I'll come to border security forces. Border security force जो होता है, all along the border. Only they protect the borders, only the borders of a few kilometers udhar, a few kilometers idhar. So they won't let any of the enemy come from the border into our. ये basically India और China borders के लिए, India और China borders के लिए ये border security force बोलते हैं. और CIF जो है inside our country, you know, we got a lot of installations, airports, shipping ports, you know, industries. उस सब के सिक्योरिटी के लिए, सबको सिक्योरिटी चाहिए ना, कोई ना कोई दुश्मन आए कहीं भी आ सकता है और कहीं भी हमें हम हानि पहुंचाने की कोशिश करता है, तो उसको प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए हमको क्या है, CISF बोलते हैं, सेंट्रल इंडस्ट्रियल सिक्योरिटी फोर्स, CISF will carry out security of these forces. Then we have, what is this? Okay, again Central Reserve Force is for peacekeeping, you know, wherever there's an emergency, where you want forces to come immediately to maintain peace, riots, so kahi ho gaya, so Central Reserve Force will come. Then comes the NSG. You heard about NSG? NSG is a special force. Again, अगर कोई एयरक्राफ्ट हाईजैक हो गया, कहीं टेररिस्ट आ गए, तो किसको बुलाते हैं? इनसाइड द कंट्री एनएसजी को बुलाते हैं. एनएसजी के कहीं कहीं हब है, हब बोल तो जहाँ पे एनएसजी ऑलवेज इज पोजीशन. तो हैदराबाद में एक हब है, बॉम्बे में एक हब है, दिल्ली में एक हब है. इनका नेशनल सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स, दे आर वेरी वेरी स्पेशल पीपल एंड दे गिव इवन प्रोटेक्शन टू दी प्राइम मिनिस्टर, प्रेसिडेंट. उनको उनके पास भी एनएसजी होता है, नेशनल सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स. दे आर वेरी वेरी स्पेशली ट्रेन्ड पीपल टू कैरी आउट एनी offensive operation or defense of the installations or defense of aircrafts, you know, or VVIPs. This is done by NSG. Okay. Then we have Shastra Seema Bal. This is again a newly formed force, again basically to protect the borders. Shastra Seema Bal. Then the last one we have Assam Rifles. Assam Rifles is basically in the northeast. You win northeast है ना? हमारे 7 states are there in the northeast. So there are a lot of unrest because of our proximity to Bangladesh, Burma, China, and all those countries with a lot of, you know, infiltration going on. A lot of refugees, a lot of infiltration, a lot of smuggling. इन सब के लिए ये Assam Rifles create किया गया है. Assam Rifles was generally taking care of the spaces. वैसे lot of borders we have with all the other countries where refugees come in, or you know, they find India as a better country, so they don't want to be in their country, they want to come and be in country. We can't allow everybody to come into our country, so to stop them, you know, to take care of these things, smuggling, you know, poaching, all these activities, we have these special forces, paramilitary forces. Okay, Indian Coast Guard. This is again paramilitary force. It is a supportive force for the Indian Navy. Coast Guard जो है, again it operates on the sea. Oh, very sorry yaar. This you can't see anything over there. I only can't see. Okay. Because of the light, background light. They basically operate on the maritime zone, यानी from the coastline to about 200 nautical miles. In sea, everything is nautical miles. Okay, here on land you have kilometers, है ना? You measure the distances in kilometers. At sea, the distance measured is in nautical miles. And 1 nautical mile is 1.8 kilometers. Okay? So we have these Coast Guard ships. They don't have submarines. They only have ships and aircrafts, helicopters and fixed wing aircrafts. They do the patrol of the maritime zone. That is almost 200 kilometers. And they stop smuggling, poaching, anti-piracy, or they protect the interests of our country and our resources at sea. This is the primary aim of Coast Guard, basically internally. They don't go for any offensive operations. ज़्यादा दूर नहीं जाते हैं. बस समुंदर से 20-30 किलोमीटर या 40-200 up to 200 nautical miles. They ensure that everything is under their control, under the India's control, all our resources. There's a lot of oil, there's a lot of fishing, there are a lot of minerals extracted from the sea. Resources, हमारे resource को वो protect करेंगे. There's a lot of smuggling happening. बहुत सारा स्मगलिंग होता है, आर्म स्मगलिंग होता है, नारकोटिक स्मगलिंग होता है. नारकोटिक यानी ड्रग्स स्मगलिंग होता है, पोल्यूशन होता है, पोल्यूशन एट सी. ऑल दिस इज कंट्रोल्ड बाय द कोस्ट गार्ड. यू नो व्हाट पोल्यूशन, तो मालूम है ना आपको? बहुत सारे शिप जो है पोल्यूशन कर देते हैं, ऑयल स्पिल कर देते हैं, कुछ भी फेंक देते हैं. तो ये सब चेक करने के लिए कोस्ट गार्ड काम करता है. स्मगलिंग होता है, बहुत सारा स्मगलिंग होता है, आर्म स्मगलिंग होता है, और नारकोटिक्स यानी ड्रग्स स्मगलिंग होता है. तो ये सब रोकने के लिए कोस्ट गार्ड. पायरेसी अगर हमारे पास में पायरेसी है वो भी. देन प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ ऑयल रिग्स लोकल. देयर समथिंग कॉल्ड ऑयल रिग्स. यू ऑल heard of it. Oil is extracted from sea, है ना? The oil rigs are made and the pipes are dug deep into the sea. Rigs are there. Oil is extracted. The crude oil for petrol, diesel करने के लिए वो crude oil निकालते हैं समुद्र. So उसके लिए oil rig बनाया जाता है. उस oil rig protection के लिए भी ये Coast Guard अपना पेट्रोल करते रहता है. So that is the role of Coast Guard. They basically support the Indian Navy in carrying out the role. They even do reconnaissance. अगर कुछ है, some important information has to be, if there's a big enemy ship in the area, they pass the information to the Indian Navy so that we get alert. We are alerted. Indian Navy gets alerted. That's the role of Coast Guard. Okay, now apart from all this, there is something called the Agniveer scheme. The Navy, Army and the Air Force have recently come up with a scheme called Agniveer scheme. This is primarily to induct people into the defense forces, basically below the officer cadre. They are not officer cadre. They are below the officer cadre. They serve only for 4 years and they will fight as a normal soldier. They get training, 6 months to 1 year they get trained. They fight, they fight for about 3 years. They serve in all ships and they serve in the land areas, the aircrafts, everywhere they serve. And after 4 years they can quit the service. Whereas a permanent sailor has to serve minimum, army jawan or a sailor or airman has to serve minimum of 15 years, 15 to 20 years to get his pension. Whereas Agniveer serve only for 4 years, short service, 4 years karke, they can go and do whatever they want outside. They'll get their pay, perks, whatever, and they can go and serve outside. They can work outside. They serve the country only for 4 years. That's called the Agniveer scheme. Okay, so you have a fair idea about what you would have heard about Agniveers. You know, there are a lot of presently in the news. The last 1-2 years back, this scheme was started, and to keep the force young. You know, there are a lot of young people required to fight in the forces. So to keep the forces young, to keep the fighting spirit more aggressive, they have got this Agniveer scheme. NCC, you all heard of NCC? सबको तो मालूम है NCC क्या होता है, नेशनल कैडेट कोर. ओके, वो NCC होता है junior wing, senior wing. There are 2 wings in that. The senior wing is there and the junior wing is there. There again, their role is to discipline themselves, train themselves, and specialize themselves to join the defense forces. Okay, a lot of NCC cadets join to, like how you all want to be in the defense forces, like Science school children, like NCC, when they come to college, when they are in school, they train themselves, they discipline themselves. They have been taught march past, special skills, firing, horse riding. All these skills are being taught to them so that they get trained themselves to join the defense forces. They even support the defense forces, as required, because they are all young. They are all in their school and college. The colleges, NCC is trained. NCC children are trained in the college, 3 years degree college and intermediate. Those colleges, they are all trained. Even in schools, they have junior wing. Is there junior wing NCC in school? In your school? Hai na? Oh, so many. Okay, good. So you are all getting trained. March past karenge, and you all get a chance to go to Delhi for RD parade also. You all heard of RD camp? मैं गया उधर. I've been in RD parade in 1982. I participated in the march past. On the Rajpath होता है ना march past. कल के दिन जो होएगा, कल सवेरे वो भी था, and I was there for the guard of honor for the Vice President and the Prime Minister. This was in 1982, much before you all were born. है ना? So you all must aim like that. Be in RD parade. So for that you have to work hard, very hard, very tough. Even my son went to RD parade few years back. It is very tough. You have to be very, very competitive. Okay, so that is the role of NCC. NCC is there in the Army wing, Air wing, Navy wing. Each specializes in those core areas. The Navy specializes in training. The Navy Air wing specializes in training them on boats. They take them on ships. The Navy cadets, NCC cadets are taken on board to countries. And they get an idea of what ship is all about. And likewise, the Air Force also takes their air wing cadets to, on board their aircrafts. They take them abroad. And Army, I don't know, same Army also train them on, they take them to the various battalions, And NCC camps they have in lot of places. Tri-services camps are there. So all these camps strengthen you mentally and physically. They treat you discipline, take on challenges, basically take on challenges in life. Okay, entry into the defense forces. There are so many modes of entry to defense forces. NDA hai, IMA. You can finish your degree and directly join IMA or Naval Academy or Air Force Academy. You can directly join. You don't have to go to NDA. Even if you are not able to get NDA for some reason, you can still continue working hard. You can still join the defense forces after you do your degree. Even after you do your engineering, there are entry schemes to induct officers even after they finish their degree. That is BTech, BTech or BSc or BCom. So there is a direct entry in all the three forces, that is Army, Navy and Air Force. So that is there, you can finish your MS also and still join the Navy. Then there are special entries for doctors, advocates, sportsmen. So a lot of entries are there in the defense forces. So NDA is not the end of it all. If you are not able to, for some reason, sometimes it happens. If you are not able to make it, you still have chance to get into the defense forces after you complete your degree or after you complete your BTech or even after you complete your MS. So there's a lot of scope to join in the defense forces. I'm running out of time. Yeah, okay, on time. Okay. Competitive qualities. Sorry, I have to get the. Can I get the? I'm running out of time. I think I'll take a little more. Oh, knowledge. Competitive qualities. There's something called competitive qualities in all of you all. You will have to develop those qualities to be, one is knowledge. You should have a lot of knowledge. Dimak. You should keep your eyes and ears open to whatever people say, think, read, and develop a good sound knowledge to do well. Then mental and physical fitness. You should be mentally and physically strong. Understood? Mentally, you will become mentally strong if you are reading, keep analytical thinking, keep solving problems. Mathematics is very important at this age. If you all know how to solve mathematical problems, you will even be able to solve your problems in your life. Okay? So be more attentive in maths class. I know it's a little tough subject, but most of you all must get a good basics of your maths correct. Discipline, I don't have to tell you all much. You are in sainik school, आपको discipline तो वैसे आ ही जाता है. Thank you. Leadership qualities, you all know what is leadership qualities, You should be able to lead people. People should know you as an example. Okay, he is the captain, he is the leader of our team. So you should develop those qualities. People whom you want to lead should look up to you. Yes, he is a good leader for me. Indian team captain Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, cricket. Yeah, they all got good leadership qualities because they have worked hard. They prove themselves first. So as a leader, you should develop those qualities wherein you first prove yourself. Yes, I am good. Only then people will follow you. That's the basics of being in the defense forces. If you want to be an army officer or a navy officer or an officer, you have to have good leadership qualities to have people following you. If you don't show good leadership qualities, nobody will follow you. You will be fighting alone. Okay, then confidence, team spirit and confidence. You must have confidence in yourself. Yes, I can do this. You must develop that skill or be confident. Sometimes people with less knowledge and less skills also do well because they have more confidence in themselves. Atmanirbhar, Atmabal. I can do, yes, I have the capabilities to do well. So that confidence you have to show if you want to be a good leader. Athleticism, you should be athletic. You should be tough, physically tough. All the girls and boys, you should become physically tough. Sportsmanship spirit, you must show a lot of sportsmanship spirit if you want to be a good leader. You have to be a good sportsman first. You should spend enough time on the playing fields also. Only if you play, you will become strong. You will be, physically able to take on the challenges. Respectful. You all know how to be respectful. You are in science school, you have been taught. I don't have to tell you much about it. Please just respect your teachers, your elders, and your parents. Planning. All your life you have to plan. Every day you have to plan. You have to plan for the day, plan for tomorrow, plan for next week, plan for next month, plan your year, everything. You have to plan how you should prepare for my exams, how I should go about spending my holidays. A general planning, okay? In some places you need detailed planning, but mostly you must do general planning. Tomorrow I should have my uniform ready, my books ready, my homework should be completed, my room should be kept clean, all this. Early in the morning, first thing you all should do is get up and fold your bed sheets. You all fold your bed sheets in the morning? Yes. Very good. I like this. The first thing you must do in the morning is fold your bed sheet. Once you fold your bed sheet, you will prepare your bed, you will prepare your room, you will prepare everything. It's something called a domino effect. You will probably come to know a little later, something called domino effect. एक अच्छा काम करेगा तो दूसरा अच्छा और काम करेगा और दूसरा काम ऐसा. So when you fold the bed sheet, you like to make your bed better. You like to make your better room clean. Okay, you like to that way. You like to make things better and better for yourself. That is called domino effect. Determination. You must be very determined to do whatever you all want to do. Tomorrow you have decided, okay, tomorrow I must do very well in my exams. I must get minimum 9 CPG, 9%, 9 pointer. So you have to work hard for that. For that, you have to be determined. Yes, I must get there. So accordingly you will plan. Once you decide and stick to it, you will definitely achieve that objective. Determination, willpower. Okay. Or cleanliness. You all are taught clean. You have to keep yourself clean. Hair, face, body, legs. You have to at least wash your face twice a day. Okay. Have a bath once a day. Keep yourself clean. After you go for a playground, please go back, wash yourself. Keep your hands clean. Okay. Before a meal, have your hands clean. Wash it with soap and maintain your personal hygiene. Personal hygiene is very, very important. Personal cleanliness first. Okay, now coming to me, I have finished with the general lecture. I would like to tell a few things about me. I was born in Hyderabad. I finished my BSc in Hyderabad and then went and joined the Indian Navy in 1983. And of course, NCC, I have already told you all about it. I have represented Andhra Pradesh in 1982 in RD Camp, Delhi. Then I joined the Indian Navy. The courses which I did in the Indian Navy, one is called the deep sea diving. You all heard of diving? गोताखोर बोलते हैं हिंदी में, जो पानी के अंदर ऐसा जाता है, नीचे, ऐसा. I am qualified to go to a depth of 55 meters. 55 meters. How many meters is this? 4-5 meters? So I can go 55 meters deep inside the water with a set. We have got a set, I can go, I am qualified to 55 meters. I know you have a lot of questions. So, and my achievements, I have been awarded, so I have already told, I have been awarded Shaurya Chakra for operating in Kashmir. I had a one-to-one gunfight with the militants in Kashmir, and God was with me. I killed 3 militants. Okay, that picture I'll show you. So I was very lucky to survive in that operation, and I managed to get 3 militants, for which I was awarded Shaurya Chakra. Shaurya Chakra is a gallantry award, is awarded by the President of India. Some incidents in my life, I've also been doing a lot of diving operations everywhere. One such major operation I did was in Hyderabad. I almost salvaged the Buddha operation. There's one Buddha statue in Hyderabad. Some of you might be knowing. If you come to Hyderabad, I will show you. There's a Buddha statue that fell into the lake, and I was called as a team leader with about 20 divers. I managed to go to Hyderabad in time, and after a salvage operation, I managed to bring out some bodies, dead bodies, and salvage the Buddha. And in general, in life, I've done a lot of salvage operations. Salvage means to rescue or to remove objects from underwater. We basically remove dead bodies. अगर कोई बोट डूब गया, कोई पानी में गिर गया, डूब गया, तो उनको हम पानी में के अंदर जाके हम गोताखोर, हमारे टीम वो लोग उधर से निकालते हैं. Okay. This is my picture with the President of India in 1982. And my parents, I know you can't see them. ये मैं in action, ये मेरे mother, father. And this is my operation in Kashmir. You can see the militants dead. This is myself in Kashmir, this is me. Kashmir in action in 2002. I was in Kashmir for about 6 months, wherein I carried out anti-terrorist operations. Okay, it's not an easy place to be, Kashmir, a lot of terrorists, that time, 2002, a lot of terrorists were there, so we used to carry out operations to neutralize them. This is me playing golf. Now I have retired. I play golf. And I play cricket also. This is with me, with the then CDS, Chief of Defence Staff. You know, the Army, Navy and the Air Force have got their Army Chiefs. You know, Army Chief hota hai na? Army Chief hota hai, नेवी चीफ होता है, एयरफोर्स चीफ भी होता है, उनके ऊपर होता है एक CDS, चीफ ऑफ डिफेंस स्टाफ। ये जो है जनरल बिपिन रावत, ही वॉज द चीफ ऑफ डिफेंस स्टाफ देन व्हेन आई वाज इन one of the units, and this is me. I had the opportunity of meeting him. Unfortunately, he passed away in a air crash. And again, this is me with some generals, my good lady, Uma Sai Kumar, she's sitting here now. Okay, I finished. I ran out of time. Almost just about 20 minutes left for me to answer your questions. Lamba lecture, and one very interesting person I see is here, who's raised his hand from the time I started my lecture. He's raised his hand. Priyade, please stand up. Ask me a question. What? Foreman? Yes, I'm a frogman. Very good. I'm a frogman. Frogman means diver. A diver is also called a frogman. So frogman means, I'm in water and on land. Frog is what? Amphibious. Water and land. That's what we are. I'm on land, but I can operate in the water also. That's why we are called, naval divers are basically called frogmen. Got the answer? Yes, bete. Okay. गुड क्वेश्चन, इतना बड़ा लंबा, गुड यार। काउंट ये जो टेररिस्ट जो कश्मीर से, जो पाकिस्तान से बॉर्डर से आते हैं, उनका यही मकसद होता है कि उधर टेरर बचाना। टेरर मीन्स स्केयर। टेरर मैंने यानी मालूम है ना आपको, डरा के रखना, सबको डरा के रखने का, यानी वो सिविलियन को मार देंगे, या कहीं आर्मी का एक टैंक, एक सोल्जर को मार देंगे, या आर्मी कॉन्वॉय जाता है ना, गाड़ी जाता है ना, कॉन्वॉय यानी 4-5 व्हीकल जाता है ना, उसके नीचे बॉम्ब लगा देते हैं, IED, तो उसमें उड़ा देते हैं, उसे डराने के लिए। टेरर, बेसिकली टेररिस्ट, वो उनको वहाँ से, तब कश्मीर से अंदर आते, वो गन एम्युनिशन लेके आते हैं, तो अंदर आके यहाँ सबको डरा के रखते हैं, सब सिविलियंस को वो डरा के रखते हैं, टेररिस्ट। और अगर जब भी मौका मिला, वो आर्मी के जवान के ऊपर भी दावा मार देते, अटैक कर देते। अगर मौका मिला, वो आर्मी वाला मिल गया तो अटैक कर देते, या IED लगाते, इम्प्रोवाइज्ड एक्सप्लोसिव डिवाइस। दे ब्लो अप दी आर्मी टैंक्स, और दे कैरी आउट अटैक ऑन आर्मी बेसिस। कहीं भी आर्मी बेस रहता ना, जहाँ वहाँ पे वो लोग रात को आके अटैक करते हैं, जस्ट टू टेरर करने, टेररिस्ट डरा के रखने के लिए, उतना ही, और कुछ नहीं कर सकते वो लोग वहाँ के। क्या कि बहुत आर्मी है उधर, बहुत लोग हैं उधर, आर्मी, एयरफोर्स, पुलिस, CRPF, सभी लोग उधर है, तो कुछ नहीं कर पाते, वो सिर्फ डरा के रखते हैं, उतना ही। कोई डरते नहीं, बट वो मकसद के लिए आते हैं। या बेटे, it's okay. I don't expect you to salute me, no problem. My main motive to join the Navy at that time, I joined the Navy in 1982. So many years back, 50 years back. I was also like you. I didn't know anything. I didn't know. I was in Hyderabad. So I wanted to join the defense forces. That's all I knew. I wrote my exam for the Air Force, but somehow there was no vacancy in the Air Force. They called me into the Navy. So I didn't know much about the Navy, but I wanted to serve the defense force. See, I was in a time when there was no internet, no mobile phone, no fridge in my house, no gas stove in my house, no car in my house, nothing, yaar. You have everything. Mobile phone, internet, car. I had nothing. I had nothing in my house. So I was, only cycle was there in my house. And I used to get newspaper, so I only know from friends ki what is army, what is navy. ऐसा ही मालूम था, कुछ भी ज़्यादा नहीं मालूम था. Now you guys are so smart, In 7th class, you know so much about the Navy, about everything. But when I was there, nothing was there with us. So I also from a middle class family. So there was nothing in my house, no TV, no mobile. So my knowledge was very less. So I only could know from my friends or from my teachers, or I was joined the NCC, so I knew a little about the defense forces. However, I had made up my mind that I wanted to go and join the defense forces. Okay, and my father was very strict. He said he used to, every day if you don't do anything, he'll thrash me. So I should run away. Actually, I should run away from my father also. So I should join the forces. So that was the reason why I went and joined the forces. Okay. Yeah. Happy day. No. 2002. Did I say anything wrong in 1982 sometime? That you caught this point? Okay. Maybe I said something wrong. She caught me. Very good. I got the award in 2003. I went for an operation in 2002 to Kashmir. I carried out my counter-insurgency operations over there. And in June 2002, I killed 3 militants. And then I was recommended for an award. And that processing all took place. And in 26 January 2003, I was awarded by the President of India. I got that note from the President of India, yes, you are awarded for what you did in 2002. In 2003, January, I was awarded by the President of India. And I took this award in March. Then I was called to Delhi. Then the President came and he gave me the award. Okay? Okay, good. Yeah. Very nice. I heard a few things about your school. It's just coming up. This is your first batch. You are in 7th class now? So you are the first batch of being a Sainik school. I only thought there's only one Sainik school in one state. But only when I came here, I learned there are more than one Sainik school. There are almost 3 or 4 Sainik schools. Now your school is just budding, starting. You've got very responsible people. You know, Air Commodore Jaisima, he is one of your patrons. And me and he are childhood friends. We are all Chetty friends. We played football together. Okay. So Jaisima and me, he joined the Air Force, I joined the Indian Navy. So we are all both from Hyderabad. So because of him, I'm here. So he called me one day, he said, yeah, you are taking lectures, so many lectures in Hyderabad. Why don't you come and give a lecture, or give a small talk to my children also? I said, I am ready. So मेरे को कुछ नहीं है. So I took a train and came here. Very happy, and firstly I must thank Air Commodore Jaisima for giving me this opportunity to come to your school, to learn about your school, to know about children. So smart. Then you caught me, and that boy. What's your name, bede? Rishi. Rishi put his hand up when I started my lecture. So smart children, okay. I'm very impressed with the kind of training you are getting. So confident, I am sure most of you all are as confident of you all. Confidence is one thing which will take you miles ahead in life. Okay, you have the confidence in you. Have the self-belief in you. Be a hero. If you want to be a hero, you should develop that confidence. Everybody is not, born to be a hero. You have to become a hero. Everybody is not got this. I was a very average student in school. My school mein average, normal. My grades used to be, B, C. So I used to get thrashed at home for not getting good grades. However, I worked hard. I had nobody lecturing me like this. It was only stick for me. Now, a lot of things have changed. People have become smarter. People know exactly how to tell you all to move ahead in life, to achieve objective in life. In those days, about say 50 years back, it was only stick. So now you all know so much. You all have so much at your disposal. You all might be knowing, you all have mobiles. I know most of you all have mobiles, and most of you all have access to internet. Google. So any information you want. Even information about me is there in Google. Okay, you can get it like this. Any information you can get it like this. So that is what the life has changed so much. In our times, there was nothing. So you all can make the best of it. You know, you all have all the luxuries almost. Most of you all have cars. Most of you all have mobiles. Most of you all have TVs, a good cord, fan, AC. ये सब मेरे पास नहीं था यार. When I was your age, all this was not there with me. So make the best of it. And you must respect the parents, your parents. Your parents are giving you all this. Okay? So you must always remember that. Yeah, bete. Wait. You asked me too many questions. Anybody else from here, please? Yeah. Yeah, bete. Yeah. Oh, good question. I told you, submarine is a very cramped place. यानी बहुत कम जगह होता है सबमरीन में. You know? हमको ऐसा झुक के जाना पड़ता है पूरा दिन. इतना इधर पीछे लगता है. सब इतना ही जगह रहता है. Very, very restricted place. And if the submarine is dived underwater, मालूम ही नहीं चलता है कि दिन है कि रात है. Even daytime is same, night time is same. Daytime में they switch the light on, night time they switch the light. वही है दिन भर. And if only once in a while the submarine comes up to take air. No, submarine has got batteries. Submarine run on batteries. The propulsion system, जो propeller चलता है ना, वो batteries पे चलता है. तो batteries को charge करने के लिए submarine हवा की ज़रूरत है, तो ऊपर आता है. तो तब ऊपर आता है, तो it will take oxygen. That is the time when sometimes the coning hatch, it's called the coning hatch. जो ऊपर था ना, ऊपर एक, वो hatch ऐसे खुलता है. तब उस टाइम पे 2 लोग ही ऊपर आ सकते हैं. Only 2 people can come. ऐसा थोड़ा सांस लेके फिर नीचे जाएगा. Only 2 people can come. There are about 40-50 people. So very few people get a chance to come up and take some fresh air from a submarine. It's a very restricted, very place. और कभी-कभी लोग उसमें 20 दिन, 30 दिन, 40 दिन, वो कोई कपड़ा नहीं पहनता है. वो एक शॉर्ट्स और वो डिस्पोजेबल पहनते हैं. पानी नहीं मिलता है सबमरीन में. पूरा दिन में आपको 1 मग मिलता है पानी. उसी में शेव करने का, उसी में ब्रश करने का और थोड़ा पीने का पानी मिलता है. बस. नो बाथ फॉर 30 days. Can you be like that? You should be prepared if you are joining the submarine arm. Only disposable clothes. जो कपड़े पहनता है ना, वो 2 दिन के बाद उसको फेंकेगा, दूसरा दिन कपड़े पहनेगा. तो नो बाथ. Of course AC will be there. So that is a very restricted place. बहुत कम जगह. बहुत क्लस्टरफोबिक होता है कोई. क्लस्टरफोबिक का मतलब जानते हैं? You know ना, थोड़ा सा ऐसा होता है. वो क्लस्टरफोबिक हो जाता है कोई थोड़े दिन के बाद. बट उसको समझा के, psychological, mental. This is where mental fitness is called. You need to develop mental fitness to be in a submarine, to be in the defense forces also. You will have a lot of challenges like this. Submarine तो छोटी बात है. You will have a lot of challenges like that. कहीं लेह में, कहीं लद्दाख में, कहीं बहुत ठंडा है, कहीं बहुत गर्मी है. Okay? So all these are all mental, physical challenges. हाँ बेटा, next, sit. Jai. हाँ, सबमरीन को चलाना काम होता है. सबमरीन को पेट्रोलिंग के लिए जाता है ना. जैसे शिप में सबका काम होता है ना, एक किसी का काम होता है. कोई इलेक्ट्रिकल सिस्टम संभालता है, कोई इंजन को संभालता है, कोई वॉच कीपिंग करता है, कोई देखते रहता है, कोई मिसाइल चलाता है, कोई साफ सफाई करता है, कोई खाना बनाता है. खाना तो नहीं बनता है बट खाना सर्विंग करता है. ओके. कोई इंजन रूम में इतना काम होता है, कोई मेंटेनेंस करता है, कोई अगर मिसाइल फायरिंग करना है तो फायरिंग करेगा. कोई एक रोल, बहुत रोल होता है, बहुत काम होता है सबमरीन में. बहुत काम होता है. मेंटेनेंस करना पड़ता है, चलाना पड़ता है, बलास्ट टैंक साफ करना पड़ता है. तो ये सब बहुत काम होता है. सबका काम, एक तो 4 काम करता है. सोने को टाइम नहीं मिलता है, इतना काम रहता है. ओके. या बेटे, या यू एक्सक्यूज मी. Okay, I've got instructions now to wind up. I'll answer your questions a little later. Please sit. Okay, bete. Okay, thank you very much. It was a nice session. I will answer your question again after this online thing is over. we'll again answer your question. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That was indeed truly inspirational, and I am sure that we shall remember your words for a very long time. On behalf of Viveka School of Excellence Sainik School, I would like to first of all thank you for sparing your precious time in interacting with us. Thank you once again, sir. Next, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our SVYM family members for having arranged such an informative and enjoyable session. My next round of thanks would be to my fellow cadets who not only participated in this session with enthusiasm but also interacted with our esteemed guests so well. Thank you, cadets. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the teaching and non-teaching staffs who helped us in organizing this session. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind.
Okay, right now you can ask questions because we had to wind up the, live session was going on. 4 o'clock was the last, the time. So only we wound up with a vote of thanks. Now you have any questions, you are welcome to ask. They can stay back till 4:30 it seems.
Hello. Yeah. Okay, you can ask me questions now. I am free. I am also not in the intention of online. Kuch bhi pucho. Yeah, tell me. Was one thing I was given. Yeah, bete. Jai Hind. Okay.